Hey guys, Monochrome here. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. Genuinely good to have you. Got something a little bit unusual for you today. This is a custom-made leather slip pouch or slip case made for the Victorinox Alox Cadet or the Victorinox Alox Pioneer. Let's take a closer look. Now this is black leather. There's the logo of the individual who makes these. And these are available on Etsy from a shop called TXBuiltLeather. Don't worry, I'm going to have the proper spelling of the shop in the description box below. Be sure to check that out when the video is over. But yeah, a nice leather slip pouch for your Victorinox Cadet or Pioneer. Because obviously, like pretty much every single Victorinox knife, those don't come with pocket carry clips. And yes, you do get a low profile spring steel pocket carry clip. Now, there are a few different options for leather colors. I chose black, but you can get all of the traditional leather colors from this particular shop on Etsy, such as tan, dark brown, light brown, that sort of thing. All of the traditional leather colors, you will definitely find that on Etsy at this particular shop. And that stitching, yep. Not sure why it's coming out as gray on my camera, but this stitching is actually a little bit light blue. That's right. I wanted something a little different than the usual white or black stitching, or even gray stitching, so I went with a light blue. Now on my camera, it's looking gray, not sure why. In real life, it is a nice, subtle touch of light blue. Now the way you wear this is, you take your Swiss Army knife, slip it in, and when you get this, it's going to be very tight. But you have to expect that with brand new leather products. So take your Swiss Army knife, your Cadet or Pioneer model, slip it in there, and I would recommend leaving it in there for at least 24 hours so that the leather can conform around your Victorinox Swiss Army knife. Let it do that, and then it's going to be a lot easier to pull out of the sleeve. This is a really good way to carry an Alox Swiss Army knife without simply tossing it into a bottom of your pocket, that sort of thing. No need to do that. No need to have a slightly heavy Victorinox model bouncing around in the bottom of your pocket. This is a lot more elegant. You take this is the side that faces out, and you clip this to the top of your pants pocket. And it is very low profile, as you can see. Yeah, there's pretty much nothing that's going to be sticking up. On a pair of black pants, this basically just vanishes. Now, what I probably should have done was taken a zipper pull or a length of paracord and attached it to the keyring. That would make it a lot easier to pull out. But even though this is a very nice overall package, all is not perfect. Guys, as you know, I do not endorse a product unless I've personally bought it, owned it for a while, carried it, used it, that sort of thing. The shop owner of TXBuiltLeather did not reach out to me. The shop owner, whoever they happen to be, I have no clue because I've never met them, never talked to them, never texted them, never conversed with them. As is the case with everything on my channel that I talk about, zero sponsorship, zero. I was not sent this for review purposes. I bought it myself with my own money because I thought it looked neat, and I figured, hey, let me give that a try, and if it performs well, okay, great. I've got content for my channel. So yes, as usual, this video is not sponsored. No one reached out to me. No one said, hey, let me send you free product so you can review it for your channel. No, I bought this for myself, and overall, I've been happy with it. But all is not perfect. So let's get into the not so perfect things about it. Mostly three things. One, although I do like the stitching and it is very well done, here's what I don't like. And this is not a criticism of this particular Etsy shop. This is something I'm seeing across the board in America, and it ticks me off. Right here, and here, here, and here. The beginning and end of the stitching, in this case, going all the way around. What don't you see? That's right, you don't see any reinforcing rivets. Basically, you don't see anything that should look like this. You don't see any reinforcing rivets. And unfortunately, that is common as dirt nowadays. That used to be a common thing if you bought a fixed blade knife or you bought a large folding knife and it came with a leather sheath or a leather belt pouch. Where the stitching starts and where it ends, you would have reinforcing rivets, small, flat, round rivets, because that would prevent the stitching from unraveling over time. Guess what? You're not getting that anymore in America. No. And you don't get that here. Now, again, that is not a specific criticism of the owner of this shop who makes these. Unfortunately, that lower standard is now across the board. There is a certain knife brand with a certain model that they've been making since forever. Fixed blade. And across the decades, yes, decades upon decades, they have altered their leather sheath. Well, for most of those decades where the stitching started and stopped, you would get reinforcing rivets. Nowadays, you buy that certain model that's been in production since forever from this certain brand, yeah, no rivets. Basically, lower standards all the way around, and personally, I think it's freaking disgusting. Something that used to be standard, something that used to be what consumers expected, is now just gone because it's a cost-cutting measure. Now, on one sheath, it's not gonna matter, but when you're a very popular knife company with a very popular model that has been unchanged for literally decades upon decades, yeah, getting rid of rivets is going to save you a significant chunk of profit on every single piece. Well, no, not on every single piece, but on every single sheath that you make within a year. You make like hundreds, thousands of sheaths in 1 year for your popular model. Yeah, that savings accumulates. That's what I meant to say. So yeah, lower standards, more profits. I hate that. And that's what we're seeing here. This is standard across the board in America nowadays, unfortunately. Second thing, I don't have a problem with the fact that this spring steel clip flares out like that without coming slightly back down. That's not the issue for me. This is. Yeah. Take a look again. Yeah. This clip is not stiff at all. Not at all. As a matter of fact, I've had this for a few weeks, and it's not as though this was incredibly stiff when I got it and then loosened up. No, this was loose, or to that level, it's slightly tight, slightly. It feels a little loose, a little. This is how it came day one when I received it. Now, thankfully, it hasn't gotten worse, but this is how it comes from the Etsy shop. In fact, it's so loose that you can forget about pulling out your Victorinox knife by reaching inside your pants pocket, gripping this, or perhaps gripping a zipper pull or lanyard that you might put on there and pulling this out, and this stays in the pocket. No, this is obviously, this is not for tactical users. This is just a very convenient way for you to carry your Alox Cadet or your Alox Pioneer model. Oh, and by the way, this particular owner of this particular Etsy shop does make this item for other knife models, including bigger and thicker ones like the Buck Model 110 or the Buck Model 112. You'll see that if you decide to visit their Etsy shop. But yeah, this clip, the best way to retrieve your knife, which is going to be on the inside of your pants pocket, is to reach down, pull out the entire slip, and then pull out the knife. And yeah, speaking of things which are loose, now that might have seemed as though it took a little bit of effort on my part. It didn't. It didn't. After a while, when this leather slip or leather cover conforms to your knife, yeah, this thing slides in and out so easily. I mean, so easily. It's a good thing there's a bit of checkering on the knife itself. Otherwise, yeah, that would be a problem because this thing slips in and out too easily, too easily. The clip, just a little loose. The fit, oh, this thing slips in and out so easily. I'm just going to say it, guys. If you're someone with a very active lifestyle, yeah, you're going to want to avoid this item. If you're someone who is constantly running, exercising, jogging, very active, trying to cheat death by trying to outrun him, yeah, no, no. I can definitely see a situation where you might want to reach for your knife and oops, it's gone because it slipped out so easily. Or not even the knife. How about the whole thing? Yeah, slipped right out because you were running, jogging, doing somersaults. Yeah, um, this is designed for someone with a very laid back lifestyle. Maybe older gentleman. Yeah, someone who's not going to be doing a lot of running, heavy sports, heavy activities, that sort of thing. Basically, if you're a young guy and you're active as hell and you got a ton of energy to burn off that you never seem to be able to burn off, you're going to want to avoid this. Yeah, because the fit in the pocket is definitely a bit loose, and the fit, at least with my Alox Cadet, is also, yeah, that's a little loose. Maybe a Pioneer model might be a better fit. This slip will accommodate either model. Maybe the Pioneer will be a slightly better fit, but yeah. If your lifestyle is laid back, comfortable, slow paced, I can recommend this. If it's very active, no, just no. Gotta be honest. So, yeah, those are the issues. Lack of reinforced rivets, again, common in America nowadays. Spring steel clip, very useful, a little bit loose fitting. And let me make this very clear. I carried this on my winter cargo pants, where the pocket seam is a little bit thicker than normal. Because, yeah, winter cargos, thicker material all over the pants, including the pocket seam. So if we're talking something like a pair of dress pants or something other than winter cargo pants or jeans, yeah, this is going to be even looser at the top of your pocket seam. So you do want to watch out for that. But overall, again, casual lifestyle, very laid back, very relaxed. This is a good way to carry your Alox Cadet or your Alox Pioneer without it at the bottom of a pocket being uncomfortable as hell. So this does get a conditional recommendation from me. Again, different colored leather, different colored stitching. The clip will always be black. It's very low profile, but I'd say if you're reaching for your Swiss Army knife, you're going to be better off pulling the whole thing out of your pocket, and it will slip out rather easily, and then very easily pull out your Swiss Army knife. Yes. Oh, length 4 inches on this particular model. Again, this individual does offer this basic design for bigger, heavier, thicker knife models, including the Buck 110. All right, guys, that's it for today. Just a neat little accessory item. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please stay safe out there. Unfortunately, yes, it's still dangerous. I'll see you guys soon. Take care.